3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Danielle. So before we introduce Danielle, this is going to be great. Oh, you've gone. Oh, she's disappeared. Oh, no, she's coming back. So Danielle's going to talk about selling on Etsy, which is going to be really good. And I know that there are some people who are looking forward to that a lot. I'm not surprised. I'm just trying to find the thing on my group because it tells me who's commented, which it doesn't on this thing. So that's good. Right, I found it. So before we've introduced you properly, while people are arriving, why don't you tell us what your plans are for the rest of the day, and then we'll talk about what you do.
Yeah, I had a very exciting week a couple of weeks ago for National Stationery Week, and I went down to my first big trade show, went to the London Stationery Show. So luckily you can't see the boxes, but my deliveries are started arriving. So I'm busy uploading those to the website. But as it's such a beautiful day, I think I might also reward myself with a cup of tea in the garden for a bit at some point.
Sounds like fun. I have a cup of tea. I'm not so good in the garden. I did a lot of garden yesterday.
From my dining room at the moment, so I'm looking out on the garden. I've got big plans for a garden office. That's what I'm saving for. So I have a lot of time looking out and thinking where it's going to go and what it's going to look like, which is very distracting. But motivated.
Yeah, I have this. Anna, who is watching, has a garden office, don't you? You've got a really nice office at the bottom of your garden. But yeah, I have this idea of obviously a much bigger garden than I have now, of like a shepherd's hut. I'd like to work on a shepherd's hut in the garden with chickens outside. You know, that would be ideal.
There's something in the bylaws that we're not allowed to keep chickens. I discovered recently.
Yeah, I don't think we are either. Which is right. It's funny because we were talking about that yesterday with my neighbour when we were having our dinner in the garden. So hi, Leanne. Leanne definitely wants to watch this because she does Etsy. So that's brilliant. Okay, so why don't you tell us who you are and what you do, what you sell on Etsy, and then we'll get on with your 3 tips about selling on it.
I'm Danielle Stanley. It feels very strange introducing myself like that. I am the owner. I'm an independent stationer of Under the Rowan Trees, which is a online stationery business. It's evolved a lot over the last few years. I first started selling on Etsy very much part-time when I was a teacher, and it was knitting, crochet, embroidery, things very much handmade from scratch, and they were beautiful, and everyone liked to look at them, but they didn't like to buy them so much. And I discovered what people really wanted to buy was the kits to make their own. So that's how the first step of my sorry, I'm talking my hands, but they're down here. I need to get them higher. That was the first step of my sort of my evolution of my business. I introduced craft kits, and they really took off. And then it evolved from the craft kits into stationery. So I opened my second Etsy shop, Rowan Trees Supplies, which is where I sell stationery. Started with washi tape and stickers, and now it sells all sorts, anything you can want. I've got fountain pens. I'm about to have, first glance here, inks.
Oh, I love inks.
Lots of new things coming in the short-term future. But yeah, my shop started off very small, as everybody's does, and has grown and grown and grown. And fairly recently, I hit my 15,000 sales, so 15,000 items, which is just unbelievable. I can't believe it.
I think I might have about 20 or something. But I try very hard.
That's what I'm going to talk about. But a lot of them are sales for £1.50, £2. It's not. I'm not a millionaire yet.
It all adds up, doesn't it?
It does. It all adds up. And that's part of what I want people to think about. That it takes a lot. So I don't know. Do you want me to go into my first tip?
Yeah, you can do. So I think actually before you do that, I know I can't even speak. Leanne has an Etsy shop. Does anyone else watching have an Etsy shop? I know Sarah used to. I don't know if you do now. I think you might have gone away from Etsy when you got your own. I obviously do have an Etsy shop for my other business, which doesn't do very well. It does, actually, it's quite nice. It probably sells a couple of things a month, which, to be honest, I'm quite happy with, considering that I don't really tell anyone about it. So, but it is nice, when you get like a sale, rather than someone going, such and such has liked your thing, and I'm like, that's not good enough. So I think it'd be really nice to find out how to make a bit more of it. And I know I certainly have a lot of work to do. So if anyone else has an Etsy shop, please pop the link in the comments so we can know about it, and I'll be popping Danielle's link in as well. So go on, share your first tip.
Well, I actually wrote a blog post about this a little while ago, so some people may have read it. It's on the website, and also anybody who's part of the Savvy Solos network, I shared it within their website as well.
Yeah.
And I did run a challenge last year, which some people were part of, but I'm going to be doing another one later this year. But my biggest tip is to treat your shop like a real shop. To think of it as a bricks and mortar store with a door, with an open closed sign you can swivel, shelves to dust, everything else. So like you said, you don't do much with your shop. If you had a shop on the main street and you didn't open the door and you didn't wash your windows and you didn't dust your shelves, nobody would want to come in.
Yeah.
So you need to treat your Etsy shop in the same way. You need to think of Etsy traffic as like the tourism office sending people your way. Someone in the street going, oh, there's a nice shop down there, go down that way. But you need to then do your bit. So if you never do anything with your shop, if you're not updating your listings, if you're not putting beautiful photos on, if you're not adding new stock, the person at the end of the street is going to start going, oh, don't go down there, go that way. And they're going to send traffic elsewhere. So the biggest thing I can say, if you want your shop to succeed, is you need to be there. You need to open the door each morning. You need to turn the lights on. You need to dust your shelves. Maybe only stay for half an hour and then pop off and do other things. But you need to be turning up at your shop. You need to show that you are invested in it and you are there for Etsy, and then they will be there for you. It's all about algorithms. It's not them physically going, oh, Amy's here. It's more about your activity levels. So if you can add new products regularly, I have heard the magic number is 3 a day.
Yeah.
Not many of us are going to be able to add 3 new products a day. But
that's quite a tall order. Yeah.
You know, things you've had listed for the last 4 months, they haven't sold, or you've changed your product slightly. So go in, pick your older listings, and just spend a few minutes looking at your tags. So I noticed that recently I had a couple that still had stocking filler in the tag. Well, not many people are going to be searching for stocking fillers in mid-May. So go through, have a look at your listings, do a little bit of tweaking. Is your title, descriptive? Have you got any spelling mistakes in there? Could you add another couple of lines in your description just to, give a bit more information? Have you taken some more photos of that product? Has a customer sent you a photo of it, on their wall, or be wearing it or whatever that's given you permission to use it? So spend a bit of time, 3 listings a day if you can, and do a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of changing. And then Etsy are going to go, oh, this shop's open. They're active, they're involved. And it takes time. You can't just do it once and that's it. You need to be popping in 3 times a week, 5 times a week, as often as you can, and just spend that few minutes. So whether it be, the kettle's boiling in the morning, first thing you do after the school run, a time that works for you, and just spend that few minutes. Update your announcement at the top and say, we're getting ready for summer, new products coming, change your cover photo, alter your About Me section. Whatever it is you're doing, just make sure you're doing it regularly. And there's
quite a lot to do, isn't there?
There is, but if you do a tiny bit each day,
so
rather than spending 1 day a month doing Etsy all day and getting all Etsy'd out, do a little bit all the time and make it part of your routine. And there's a lot of things you can do from your phone.
There's tons you can do on your phone. It's a really good app, isn't it? Doing all
if you're outside school waiting to do pickups, or if you're at the bus stop, or wherever you are and you have a few minutes, sort of pop in and do a bit of tweaking that way.
Great, brilliant. Sarah has shared that Fila is great for bulk updating tags like stocking filler.
Yeah, it is
for people.
Yeah,
so go and check
and
that
you
out.
can also bulk add photos. So we're going to jump into my 3rd tip, but I'll change my orders around.
Do you want to stop?
I can talk about making the shopping experience as easy for you as you can. And those of you who have established shops will know customers don't read. And we're all the same. Something pretty, we go, oh, I like that, I'll have one. And then when it arrives and you realise it was for a doll's house and it wasn't really a 6-foot rug for £3, you're a bit disappointed. But if you don't read the descriptions, you're going to get a bit of a shock. And customers are then surprised when what they get doesn't match what they had in their head. And now Etsy have changed and moved the description to the side. I don't know if you've noticed. A lot of people are not finding it straight away, or they're not looking. And some people are just in a hurry, especially if it's lower priced items. They'll add 10 to the basket and buy and then think about it later. So one of my tips was for making the shopping experience as easy as possible is you've got 10 images to fill. And I don't know what you're selling, but if I'm selling this pencil, there's only so many photos of a pencil. 10 angles is a bit much. So use those slots. So I've got my logo is a really easy filler, just so people recognise my brand. I'm sure you'll approve of that. I've got an image I created in Canva, basically saying buy 10 rolls of washi tape, get one free. I put that as an image on all my washi tape listings, so people see that, they spot it, they don't have to read the listing to find that, and it encourages them to buy more. I've got one that talks about tracked shipping, because I sell internationally. I get so many messages from customers going, I ordered a week ago, why hasn't it arrived? And I'd say, I'm in the UK, you're in the USA, it takes time. And lots of people who don't choose track shipping then sending messages saying I haven't received the tracking information. So I now have as one of my images, if you would like track shipping, you need to click on the drop down and select track shipping from the options. And I have noticed a slight decline in those emails. People still don't read, but making it easier for them. If you're putting it in the pictures, especially if they're using their phone or their tablet, swiping through, they can see, oh, right, if I want track shipping on this product, there we go. I've also got a message about bulk orders, because obviously if somebody wanted to suddenly buy 100 of these pencils, I haven't got 100. If somebody wants 500 of these, I'm going to end up paying 16p listing fee for each one of 100. But if they message me and say they'd like to buy 100, I can create a custom listing for them and just pay them 16p. So I've got that as another filler. And near Christmas, I did one with my Christmas posting times and used Vella just to add the same image to every listing, saying, these are my Christmas posting times. If you live in this country, and just make it really simple, really straightforward for them to find. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that was a lot. I filled an entire side of A4 paper.
Sorry.
No, this is good. This is the stuff we want to know. Hi, Sarah. So if there's anyone watching, there is people watching. If you're watching and you find this useful, it'd be really good if you'd let us know, because I'm sure Danielle would like, thumbs up and things.
You've got a question? If you want to focus my ramblings a little.
Absolutely. So somebody did say something before. Oh, no, Sarah was just apologising. I'm not quite sure what for. And she's also put up an Etsy shop, so that's all good. So, right, you have got an offer for us, haven't you? So I think you should share that, because you'll go and check out your beautiful stationery.
Well, there's two different offers, I suppose, technically. I have a VIP group for my stationery addicts, Under Their Own Trees stationery addicts. I'll add the link in comments at some point. Do you remember, Amy?
Sorry?
Do you remember?
I'm not sure. I feel like I might be, but I don't know. I think I might not be.
Oh, well,
I feel like it should be. I need to be.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's it called?
Under Their Own Trees stationery addicts.
Yeah, I'm putting this in the comments. Under Their Own Trees stationery addicts.
And hopefully
three E's. There we are. Brilliant.
And in there, as my banner image at the top, I've got my VIP discount. So anybody who would like to order from my website or from Etsy, the VIP discount group discount code will work on both. So you're always welcome to use that. And just come and chat stationery. Come and tell me what you're looking for. Yeah. I've had a request recently for left-handed fountain pens. I hadn't even considered left-handed fountain pens. So I'm now on the
left-handed people need to have pens too.
Well, I just hadn't even thought about fountain pens causing problems. Yeah. So I had discovered left-handed pencil sharpeners though. So I'm going to try and get
my brother was left-handed, and he used to get lots of left-handed pencils and things like that. And I was always like, well, what's the difference?
Yeah, the left-handed pencil sharpeners are a thing. So come and talk to me and tell me what you want. I'm going to stock things that people want to buy. So come join the discussion, especially part of the subscription box, which I don't think I've mentioned. I run a station subscription box as well. So I'm always looking for people to tell me what they'd like to find in their boxes. So come and join the group and use the discount code. My main offer, my Etsy offer, is that I offer one-to-one or small group coaching sessions, whether it be taking the shop from scratch, looking at your existing shop and making improvements, focusing on improving listings, whatever it is that you want to work on. I offer one-to-one sessions or sort of 2s, 3s or bigger groups if you're all at a similar level. I usually would charge £50 an hour for that, but if you tell me he sent you, you can do that for £40 an hour.
Oh, brilliant! So I'll write that in the comments too.
And we can use the time however you would like to use it, whatever you would like to focus on.
That's brilliant. what a great offer. So somebody, I've lost it. Where did it go? Somebody just said about being left-handed. Sarah says she's left-handed. She always has a nightmare using a fountain pen, and she was covered in ink as a kid. Yeah, so was I, and I'm right-handed, but fountain pens are very messy, aren't they? But it's even worse because when you're left-handed, you write over your words, don't you?
Yeah, well, I hold my pen strangely.
Yeah.
So I end up kind of smearing what I write as well. But when I do calligraphy, I hold my pen more like a paintbrush. So I don't have that problem. Who says I want one, please? We'll get you on. Is that Sarah?
Yeah, I'm not sure what she wants. I don't know if it's the pen that she wants or the coaching session. And she also says that she's done a coaching session with you and it was so worth it.
Yeah.
Which I bet it was. I mean, look at all the stuff that you know about Etsy that I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's just a case of putting the time in. And a lot of it is experimentation and looking at what works, which listings are really to get. But I do have a Facebook group just to chat Etsy. So if anyone would like to join me in Grow on Etsy with Under Their Own Trees, you're welcome to come and chat Etsy there.
Oh, I cannot spell. There we go. Etsy with. Sorry.
Don't worry.
I'm not being very fast today.
Multitasking.
There we go. We need to go to this Facebook group. Yeah, that would be great. So I think it might be in that one, but I don't obviously do it enough of it. So Leanne says she feels it's harder for a personalised frames as people usually get in contact via Facebook to order. Whereas that's just the way they're doing it now, isn't it? If you want to do it through Etsy, then you do all these things.
Yeah. Personalisation, when they announced there are trends for the summer, personalised products within Etsy's sort of trends. And I think a lot of people are really into, things with names on, things with their initials on. And they're now making it easier and easier to collect personalisation information through Etsy. Selling a personalised product, you can actually turn it on so that they can't check out without filling in a little box with the colour, the size, and whatever it is you need from them. So, personalisation should be a good thing for it.
Oh, there you go. So you just need to go and do all the things, and then you'll be all right. All the things. No, it's not as scary as it sounds, is it really? It's just a little tiny bit each day.
Yeah, and just getting into the habits and, they're going, I've got 10 minutes. What can I do? I'll quickly check my tags. I'll get rid of the Christmas ones. Whoops.
Yeah.
And just keep on top of it.
Yeah. Brilliant. So I'm going to pop your website up here. And people can go and check that out as well. I'll put all the links properly in the bit above the video so that people can go and find it. What do you call it? The description. Couldn't think of the word. So it'd be nice and easy to find all those different links. And that's been great. And we've got the 2 offers as well to go and join that group, which I just mentioned before, and also the Etsy coaching offer. So go and take advantage of that. Sounds like it would be very useful to people who are here. So that's brilliant, and I thought that was great. So I'm going to go and find out how I can squeeze in improving my Etsy shop. I'm not in a rush.
Next week's offer, don't worry.
That sounds great. I love that one. Great. Okay, so we'll say goodbye then. So thank you very much. It's been really good.
Thank you for having me.
I have pressed end broadcast, and it is